So, you know, when you know your friend, but you actually don't, and they start talking to you about very specific topics like celibacy, and then you find something on their iPad that you weren't supposed to see. Well, let me tell you that it is very interesting, the mind of a man. And I have many, many, many friends that are men. And when I find something about their lives, that is not something they would normally tell me or be open about. It's a very weird and crazy. I don't know how to feel about that. The thing is, my best friend, well, a friend of mine that is a man, one of my besties, he left his iPad on my car yesterday because he was like with me the whole morning. We were running around from place to place doing paperwork. Then we went to make breakfast. We had breakfast. Then we went to downtown and walked a lot and bought a lot of things. So we needed to do stuff. The thing is, I told him in a period of time in the morning that I wanted him to leave his bag in the trunk of the car because we were going to leave the car in downtown, like parked in the street. So he did that, but I didn't realize that he placed his iPad on the little pocket, like the seat pocket, you would say. So he forgot that. And when he told me he forgot it, I was like, okay, I will like give you back when I go back downtown because he was already gone by midday. So I went back downtown, couldn't give him back his iPad because he was eventually like not available and I was also not like going to be there for a long period of time. So I didn't give it back. But I've been I have the iPad here on my table. I took it out of the car and placed it on my room. But he has his notifications on and every single thing just pops up. You don't need like it's not like the the default thing where you just see the icon of the app and then a notification and then you have to unlock the iPad to see the notification. Like he has that not. He does not have that. Oh my god. Why am I talking like in different structure? I hate that. But he doesn't have that. Like you can see how the screen lights up from a notification and you can read the messages. So I am curious and I was reading his notifications, and every time he gets new notifications, I'm reading that. And I noticed, first of all, he already told me that he had Tinder and that he would meet a lot of people there, but it was not for the wrong reasons. And I'm like, yeah, 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 whatever. You're a man. I don't believe anything that comes out of your mouth, though. And I've always left that thought right there. Like, I've always told him, everything that you tell me, I'm not going to believe it. And I treat him like, not bad, but I'm not like, I don't believe anything he says. And I confront him about everything. Like, we have a very direct, straightforward, what you feel friendship. So, it is interesting to see how he talks about celibacy, about how he is not talking to many people and he's in love with this person and whatever. Everything matches up because he's not like, I'm sorry, I needed to yawn. But when I see his notifications, he has a lot of people texting him. And something that I saw, well, I saw multiple things. Like, first of all, I saw a lot of notifications from Tinder, which is insane to think about. and it's funny. But then I also saw in the morning he got a lot of good morning messages from his friends. And well, I think all of them are friends because he's not dating anybody. But like going on a date is dating. I've never understood the part where are dating and where you're just going out. But whatever. The thing is, he got a lot of wake up, like good morning messages from friends that are men. And it's so sweet. So sweet. Because I know his friends and I don't like them. But seeing like a good morning, brother, how are you? It's just so cute to me because I don't do that. Like I get like good morning messages from everybody, but it's like it's different. I didn't thought like men loved each other that way, if you know what I mean. So it's sweet, and it's sweet seeing how these friends that are portrayed like tough guys are just like, "Good morning, brother. How are you?" to their friend, you know? Sweet, sweet. Other than that, I've seen a lot of messages. I'm just gossiping about my friend, but I'm not going to tell you his name, and you're never going to know who he is either. Like, it's just a person. But I saw the Tinder thing profile. I don't know his password. Well, I wouldn't because I know right now, just reading his notifications, I know that I would find things that I didn't want to see, you know? So he has a lot of messages from girls that are like replying to his stories and his notes on Instagram. Personally, I don't have Instagram downloaded in my phone because it's horrible for me. It's mental chaos and it drains me. I don't like that. And I don't do that. So just seeing that he gets a lot of replies and a lot of messages from people on Instagram, like a lot. I like I've seen more than 10 people. There are so many notifications on that iPad. So it's interesting. It's really fucking interesting to see that I'm getting receiving messages that he normally gets, but I have never seen his phone. I've never, and I'm so curious. By the way, I'm the most curious person. If you are texting in your phone and you are beside me, I will take a look at that because it's like, why are you having your phone in your hands next to me? I need to see that. I need to see what you're doing. I want to be part of this. And I'm always like that. I don't know why. Wait. I'm always like that, and it feels like I'm just annoying and but I'm just curious. I just want to know what you're doing. And even at buses, at trains, at cars, with family, at reunions, there's someone with a phone like this texting. I'm going to take a look at that. Like, what are you doing? What are you saying? You know, what did they say? What are they talking about? What are you watching? What kind of niche are you into in TikTok? You know, I love to be like, I don't know, how do you say that? I feel like it's curiosity, but it's also gossip. It's a lot of gossip. There's a huge gossip culture in my country, in my culture, that I just need to see what's going on in that phone. So if someone leaves their iPad, because I'm getting like his iPad is getting messages because the iPad has the password of my Wi-Fi. So I'm being left with an iPad. I'm going to take a peek on those notifications. Why not? Why wouldn't I do that? It's just for the love of it. for the love of God, for the love of knowing things, being a little curious, taking a peek at what is happening there. It's amazing. Am I doing something wrong? Probably. Am I being an inconvenience in someone else's privacy? I don't think so. It's his fault for forgetting the iPad. You should be. And the worst part is that when he was like getting off my car and going to his friend's house, because I left him at his friend's house, they had a reunion or something, I don't know. But I was like, do you forget something? Like, please make sure you don't forget anything because I'm not coming back. And he was like, no, 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 I have everything. And he texted me 2 hours later, by the way, when I was already home. He was like, the iPad, I left it in your car. Fuck him. It's his fault. And it's, of course, I'm curious, so we're all curious. And the part is, we are all curious. Like, I'm 100% sure that if I left my iPad with him, he would be even worse. But the thing is, I don't have that shit. Well, everybody knows my password, the password of my phone, my PIN. So they would normally just open my phone, my iPad, or my computer, or my everything with it. And that is a problem. That's an issue, but I have nothing to hide. And I've never had anything to hide. But and I'm pretty sure he has the same mindset, like, I have nothing to hide. But those messages, boy, what? Who? Why? Why are you charming everyone? Why are you flirting with everyone? And why are you getting those type of messages? Like, very suspicious kind of messages. And Tinder kind of matches and WhatsApp, like weird people, and I don't know, it's incredibly interesting to see how all men are the same. And yeah, I've seen that happen to a lot of men. Like, it's the most typical and classic story, you know? And he still gets, right now, he just got a notification of Tinder, and the last one was like 30 minutes ago. So it's insane to see how much this friend of mine is online, is connected, is texting, is uploading pictures, is talking to people, and is also working, and is also doing his thesis, and is also going out, and is also working. Like, everything. Men are multitaskers when they want to. And you have to realize that. Like, there is no way around that. If they want to, they could. And they're all looking for choices. They all have plan Bs, and the only way that you are going to be an unforgettable person to a man is to actually believe that to yourself. Make yourself unforgettable, period. Be the best version of yourself. Be the best at something. Do something for your life, you know? Look your best, be kind, but also be yourself and be for yourself. Live for yourself. Do not live for others. Nobody, and I tell you this because this friend that left me his iPad, yesterday we were talking about how much he is going to miss me because we've been friends for almost 8 years now, and he can't think of a life without me because we've been like very good friends for a long time. And he's also very sensitive about that. And I was talking to him about why does he think that he won't find a replacement? Like, I know I'm not replaceable. I know I'm not replaceable, but why? Why is he suffering for it? And he was like, because you are irreplaceable. Like, there's nobody like you. And I think that is why I feel so entitled to your friendship at times, and it feels like it hurts. And I'm like, well, that's very toxic. Friendships shouldn't hurt. But he's like, yeah, you're one of those people that I need to impress. And that is not only the only person that I've talked about that. I've talked about this with many of my friends, and it's like, you have the energy that you need to, we, like, I feel obligated to impress you, are obligated to make you laugh, and just you are very kind. And these are words of my friends, and I know I sound like a complete egocentric lunatic people talking about themselves. This is not a story about myself, but this gives a little bit of context to the story. So he said that he feels like I am a polite person that treats everyone with kindness, and at the beginning I'm like very friendly and bubbly, and all of a sudden I just withdraw my attention, but I'm respectful. It's like I don't laugh. I just have like a very serious mindset, but I am not like, when I talk, I'm not like shut up or something like that, go away. I'm just like making jokes, but then I stop. So I'm like very mysterious, kind of, but at the same time, it's like they want to create the illusion that we are having fun together, but it's like they're just trying to get my attention. So it's not like I'm an attention seeker. I've never been an attention seeker. Like, I just like, I love attention, to be honest, but I don't seek it, you know? So I am very blunt. I'm very straightforward. I'm very cut, deep, dry teller. Like, if we're talking or we're gossiping, I'm going to tell you my honest opinion on it, but I'm not going to dive deep into it. I'm just going to say something and that's it, period. Like, if I feel like it's worth my while, I will take the time to talk about it a little bit more on in depth or something like that. But if you are someone that I consider is not worth my while, I'm just going to make a little bit of a like an opinion, but it's very going to be cut dry, nothing to talk more about, and I'll go away, you know? Like, I do not spend my time on things that I don't actually feel like are fulfilling for me. So I was trying to explain that to him, and he was like, yeah, that's why I want to impress you or to tell you something interesting and be interesting with you. And that is like the addictive dynamic that we have, and that you, it's because of your personality. And I was like, thank you. I was literally curating my personality to be this way, to make people addicted to me. And he was like, yeah, you have achieved that because it's interesting. And it's not like he's the only person that is experiencing this. We also have another friend in common that has told me the exact same thing. And it's interesting to see how your friends, I don't know if it's because they are men, maybe they are attracted to me, maybe they are not. They have told me they're not, so it's like I believe them. But you can trust a man. So it's interesting to think about that also. To think about how he can do so many things and still like talk to so many people. There are a few women that he talks to. They're hot. They're hot, but he's always chasing the bad type of women, you know? And that's something that I'm going to get serious about, because I don't like to see my friends not thrive in life. And I feel like he has settled down for women that are just so not matching with him. You know, they're not a match. You're not a match, babe. You're just like curious about each other. And that's why you fall into this horrible mindset and then cry yourself to sleep because they didn't give you the attention that you wanted. But it was obvious from the start that they weren't into you. It's like that video of a man saying, that's not your man. That is not your man. Move on. Why you keep doing that the same over and over again? So this has like been from a gossip to a life lesson. But yes, be that girl, be that man, be who you talk about. Like, be the person you're talking about. Because if you're like, no, I'm like this, and I'm like this, and I'm like this, and I'm like this, and then your actions say otherwise, you are just a clown. You're just a clown, baby. You're just a clown. So I've been feeling that lately, you know? I've been feeling that clownness around me, but it's not because I've said something and then I haven't done it. It's because I'm taking more time that I'm supposed to achieving my dreams. And I wasn't going to talk about that. I was talking about my friend, Jesus Christ. So my friend lied to me, basically. Because why would he have Tinder for? He told me he closed that, but he didn't. And the thing is, I have like three friends of mine, maybe more, that have Tinder. And for me, it's like, it's disgusting for me to meet people in real life here in my city. Imagine meeting them through Tinder. Like, that would be a nightmare for me. So I can't speak for them, but in my mind, it's like, how do you do that? Why do you do that? How bored are you to do that? And by the way, these people that have Tinder are perfectly normal people that go out and meet people in real life also. They just want that side plus of dopamine, you know, of matching, of finding someone that finds you attractive, even sexually, because I feel like that is the whole point of dating apps. So it's like saying, yeah, I like you from the very beginning. And that takes away so much power, so much playfulness of meeting someone, so much of real life interactions. Because I like the way that you are just in a party, in a disco, in a reunion, in anything, and you're seeing someone attractive and you watch them fold or be not interested or find out that they have a girlfriend or find out that they are single and they're also into you, and you're like watching each other and there's a lot of shyness, there's a lot of tension, who is going to talk to someone, or if he's even going to talk to you or live it like that. That is so beautiful. I find a lot of cuteness, even if meeting them in person and asking them for their Instagram and then following them on Instagram, testing them on Instagram, that all that is beautiful. So why having Tinder? Why easy? Why easy when you can find something better that is a little bit harder, but it's better, but it's more playfulness. And that's the whole point of men also. They like to get things the hard way. Why are you having Tinder then? You know those people are not hard to get. They're easy to get. Why do you want that? Why do you want easy? Why you want easy if men supposed to want hard? You know? I don't know. But it feels like I've just decoded men because all my friends are the same, and I know I love them. I love them the way they are because they are my friends. They're not my partners. If they were my partners, I would have like not be with them anymore, not talk to them ever again because they are not my type. But they are my friends right now. We are besties. We are brother and sister. So I understand, but at this, and I laugh at this because they are my friends. But it's like, if my friends are like all men, then all men are like all men. Then where's the? Because I also say like my friends are like all men, but most of them have different qualities of all men. You know, for example, the one that left me the iPad, he is very, very feminine, and he's also very, very like out. How do you say? Extrovert, outrovert. He's a total extrovert. Like if you're next to him in any place, anytime, he's going to talk to you about however, make a joke and then be friends with you, and then I don't know, laugh with you for a long time. So it's really interesting to think that these dynamics of the most extrovert people still have like is a little bit interested in getting like easy things. So it's interesting. It's really interesting because this man that is my friend, he's a little bit feminine. He's like not all men, but at the same time, and I'm finding this, so he's not like all men. Then you find another friend of mine. I'm going to give you another example. Yes, he was a lover boy. He was a lover boy, falling in love with people, kissing people. He loves kissing people, whatever. Yeah, he likes kissing people like all men. Um, and all of a sudden he kissed the man, but he when you ask him, he's like, no, I only like women. Like I haven't found the love of my life. You are the love of my life, or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but we're friends. We can't be the love of our lives. And all of a sudden, you found out that he kissed a man in a party, that they've been seeing each other for a long time, and not only kissing. So, and that's a gossip. And I'm like, what? Are you serious? Like, why? Why Loverboy shaped if Loverboy is a bisexual Loverboy at the end of the day? And it's not like leaving Loverboy. He's just horny for people. For people in general. So it's interesting to think about that. Why men shaped? Well, if men shaped, like most men, period. They're like most men. So another friend, I'm going to give you an example. He's a very, very sweet introvert boy that likes going out with his friends and drinking a beer and whatever, and being like very loyal to their partners. And all of a sudden they finish, they end a relationship with a girl, and they open Tinder. And how do you met that girl? I met her from Tinder. Oh my god. Why? Why? Why are you taking that girl to the trip? Because I want to meet her. Boy, if you take a girl to a trip, what do you expect from that? Do not expect a friendship because you just met a week ago. If you take a girl that you met a week ago to a trip, it's because you're onto something. Especially if you've been kissing her and telling her that they're pretty and babe and everything. Flirting. So if you go to a trip, what do you expect? And even worse, with your close friends to a trip, taking a girl, people is going to believe that you guys are going out. But if nothing happens, then you're the bad person. Of course, you're going to be the victim. Of course. Like, what the hell? Also, you take your best friend, same guy though. You take your best friend to the trip, but you spend the whole night talking to this girl. All men do that, of course, because they want something from. He wanted something from this girl, nothing happened, and he got mad and he punched his friend. Like I'm just it feels like these are just activities that men choose to do. They have like three options. Kiss the girl that I brought to the trip, fight with my best friend, get drunk, and sleep in the seat. I'm going to do all three of them because that's the way to go. And then, but they are good people. Like, why? Why good people leave bad actions? You know? And sometimes I really like to think twice before I speak. But in this time, this is specific time that I'm giving an opinion about men, boy, it's interesting. Boy, it's really interesting because I love this man. These men are my besties. This man is people that I could hang out and tell them everything and still cry on each other's shoulder and solve our issues and give each other hope and love and a lot of understanding of understanding. How do you say that? A lot of understanding where each other is coming from. Yes. And comfort, you know? But if these men that are my friends, if they were my couples, my partners, I would be totally pissed off and hating them because they would be like, oh man, why friendship if bad men, you know? I don't know. I've been alluding to this meme, like why something if not something, because I just saw a meme and it got stuck in my head. I'm sorry. And this is a long video, by the way. I just wanted to tell you that I've been seeing the messages that my friend is getting in his iPad, but it just turned into a whole speech about how men are horrible. But I love men. I love my friends that are men. I love them so much. I let them be and let them learn from their mistakes because they are like, oh my god, I don't know why this happens to me all the time. It's like, boy, just look at your actions. That's why you're getting karma. But yeah, men get karma, so don't worry about that. Let men go really easy. Um, Other advice that I could tell you is do not fall for any guy. Be always aware of everything. And if you doubt something, it's because something is sketchy. If something is sketchy, it's because something is sketchy. And if you feel like something is sketchy, it's because it's sketchy. Like, trust your intuition and everything is going to be all right. Do not trust people that easy. That is going to take you very, very far. Believe me, do not trust them. Do not. Just do not. Always have another, like, way to get around things working your way. If this man didn't want you to live with him, this is the example that I come up with. If this man doesn't want you to live with him, don't worry. Do not go and do not speak to him ever again. Like, know your own limits. Know what you want. There's nothing stronger than knowing what you want. And like me, I have this horrible, interesting experiences with my friends that are men, but I just want them to be my friends. And as friends, they are gorgeous human beings. Like, they are the best human beings because they were made to be my friends. They were not made to be my partners. So why am I worrying about that part about them? Because I don't care. I don't care. So I love my friends so much. I just really hope they would get better, and I know they are going to get better. It's always going to take them a little longer to realize all their mistakes, and that happens from experience, trial, and error. And I'm going to miss them. I'm going to go to Germany and meet new people and meet new men, my new male friends, and everything. And I'm going to be like, oh my god, my toxic men friends, my toxic boyfriends from Ecuador were just so fun to be around. But now I'm around these new people and it's also fun. So it's a win-win for everybody. Everything is a win-win for everybody. If you have a bad experience, think about the good part. You're learning and you're never going to go through that again. So, yeah, that's all that I have to say with you to you. Tomorrow I'm going to make the video of my paintings finally because someone commented that if they are on sale and I was like excited because they are on sale in my mind because I haven't shown them to everybody. So I'm going to show them tomorrow in a video. It's going to be a long video, but it's going to be probably edited so it looks great. I'm going to see if I do it outside or in my balcony or in my room. Probably not in my room, probably my balcony, and I'm going to show you every single piece that I have that I own and that are on sale. I will be shipping worldwide, and just you have to let me know if there's any way I can ship it to you from Ecuador. Keep that in mind, from Ecuador to your place. So if you want any of them, email me. I will tell you that in the next video, by the way. So for right now, just follow me, give me a like, give me a hug. Friends forever. I love you so much. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.